Well, it's a new year, but it's still the same old FFCA.
And the boss man, he's been doing it all his life.
This year we did 10 quarterbacks. That's a world record. Brandon Weeden, he's the weed eater. I love watching Brandon Weeden and this Oklahoma State offense.
Weeden going end zone again. It's a touchdown.
He has a cannon. He's productive every week. And he beat some of the best quarterbacks that college football has to offer.
Welcome to a SportsCenter special, Gruden's QB Camp with Brandon Weeden.
That's a little tape from John Gruden and see what Coach has in store for me.
What up? Good to see you, man.
He's all ball and he's high intensity all the time.
And you just gash him.
And the guy's nuts. He's a guy that I'm gonna listen to and kind of be a sponge.
Your next baseball player, I got you the FFCA advisor.
All right.
You familiar with the FFCA?
Absolutely. I watch it every year.
You decided out of high school, I'm going to be a baseball player. You got drafted in the second round by the New York Yankees. You got drafted ahead of Curtis Granderson. You must have been a hell of a prospect.
I could throw it. There's no doubt about that. I could sling it, but you realize at that level, I mean, it's it's more than throwing hard and trying to blow fastballs by guys. You can't do it.
Is this you?
That's me, man.
You don't think I have footage here, do you?
That's pretty good.
So I get old footage of Brandon Weeden, the baseball player. I want to see what kind of pitcher you were. Look at you striking guys out. You had pretty good stuff, didn't you?
I could sling it, man. I could let it rip.
What's the correlation between being a pitcher and a quarterback?
The ball's always in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Like right here, I mean, this play didn't get started unless I toe the rubber. It's the same thing at quarterback. Until I ask for the ball, I mean, nothing's going on. So you got full control of the game. That's why I think I like playing the two as much as I did. I think there's so many comparisons. You give up a bomb, just like throwing an interception, And
Listen, a lot of people made a big deal about your age and you played baseball, but a lot of people weren't on the bus with you. Those 6-hour, 8-hour bus trips for 5 years. You busted your butt to try to make it in the big leagues. When it became obvious that, man, I'm just not going to make it to the big leagues, when did you pull the trigger on a career change and say, I want to go back to college and be a quarterback?
It was after the 06 season. I just wasn't having much success. My numbers were average. I was giving up a lot of doubles in the gap like that. And, I always knew I wanted to play football if it didn't work out, as far as my baseball career. And after the 06 season, I'd had enough and decided I want to go back and get an education and play college football. And I think I made the right decision.
The Grim Reaper right here, he says, Weeden, you got to get out of baseball now. Look at him right
I listen,
there.
man.
See you later. You can't get Granderson out. You got to move on. This crowd was rocking, man. Look at that crowd. Are these your groupies here?
They are. That's all we had right there in Staten.
How old are you?
28.
You're going to be 29 when?
October.
October? So when the season's about 4 weeks in, Weeden turns 29 years old. Everybody's on your case about being old, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere you go, don't they ask you?
No doubt about it.
Hey, you're 29 years old when the season, you're almost 30. And your draft stock's going to be affected by that. Talk about the sideline, communication, all of those relationships that you have to have as a quarterback with a bunch of young kids. How was that at Oklahoma State the last couple of years?
I mean, it was easy for me. I mean, whenever I came over here and was talking to these guys, they would always listen. I mean, we were always on the same page and we were able to communicate. If Blackman or somebody saw something, I mean, they'll bring it up. So we always had a good communication. That was one of the nice things about being a little bit older. I'm not a hush mouth guy. If I feel something, I'm gonna let you know about it. Right here, I'm either ticked off about something or something's up. But this is the way it was all the time, and I think my age, it helped me from this perspective, without a doubt.
Tell me about this young guy right here. Who is this kid, Blackman?
That's Black. Yeah, that's the way he is all the time right there.
Look, I'm not a statistician, but the numbers that you put up at Oklahoma State, it's sickening. There's 9,000 yards of passing in 2 seasons. And this kid right here, he's got 200-plus catches. Who is he, anyways?
He's a freak, man. But he's a guy that can really change a football game.
I like watching Blackman warm up. But isn't it also, as a quarterback, when you get a great receiver, it's your job, really, to make sure you get him the ball when he's one-on-one, isn't it?
No question. We did a lot of stuff where we single him up and try to create one-on-one matchups. And so I mean, it got to the point we knew exactly, we were on such the same page that I really didn't have to signal anything to him. We had signals, and I'd flash a signal to him, and this is a fade.
Say I'm Blackman. You just, what do you mean? You just hand signal me something? Give me something.
That's it. Just give him a little nod. If we're down the goal line or something, I just give him a little,
Let me have that nod. That's all you get?
That's it, yep. That easy.
That's super.
We'd already talked about it. We had talked about it on the sideline or coming into it. We knew what was going on. A little pump play.
I want to learn about your tempo.
All right.
I really do. You don't huddle. But your spread at Oklahoma State,
It's different.
it's a lot different than most of these spreads I see.
A lot different.
And it's all predicated on tempo, where you're on the ball, no huddle, another formation, but it's multiple formations, man. You're an unbalanced. Can you talk about how you're able to get 11 men lined up before the defense is ready and execute these plays to perfection? How do you do this?
We do all hand signals.
You signal the formation. Do you get it from the sideline?
Yep. All starts on the sideline. So if we want a tempo, a lot of times last year, not every time we get back in the same formation, just to speed the process. But I mean, it'd be just singles. Like right here, this is ace. Ace is just a 10 personnel, 2x2, quick screen.
So you got a running play here with built-in quick screens, but Texas A&M isn't lined up. They can't communicate. They have the wrong blitz called, and this man doesn't get touched. So
Yeah.
how do you know you're running this play? I know you got ace, 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 ace. That's
Yeah, I mean,
how do they get this play?
We call it now. So we go now, ace, and just go 12, Randy Larry. So all they have to do is signal this. And I know.
You have to talk in this offense.
No.
You just look at Blackman, you go.
You can be a couple mutes and just hand
look
the
at
ball off and
Blackman,
spit it
and
out there.
you go like this, and then you're gashing people.
Everybody's looking at me. So if I screw it up, the whole offense is screwed up.
The terminology, though, do you have to ever get in the huddle and say, hey, this is spread right, A right, 382, E stick looky? Do you have to call a play of protection, a motion, a route? Or do you just
on the sideline? Yeah, doing those. No, just on the sideline. I mean, it's the terminology is pretty simple, just from the fact that we don't have to worry about having a play that sounds like you just said.
What's it going to be like in the NFL when I say, hey, bro, seriously, Brandon, we're going to use some no huddle, but we're going to huddle.
Right.
Everybody huddles, and I really want to be in regular or tiger or zebra personnel. I want to run the ball. What do you think about slowing the tempo down and having to spit out all this volume? Do you love it, or do you say,
No,
man?
I think that's good because one, you can communicate in the huddle. That's the one negative about playing in a no huddle. You can't really communicate between plays. But with that being said, we're able to play faster. So I mean, there's some give and take. But going to Senior Bowl, I got a little taste of being in the huddle.
What's your snap count sound like?
Nothing. It's all silent.
Really?
It's all silent.
What does it sound like at the Senior Bowl? What do you say?
Blue 80 said hit.
That's West Coast.
Yeah.
Did you say it like Blue 80 said hit?
Just like that.
Coming up, more Brandon Weeden.
Look at that signal, man.
I need to change. We need to change that.
Yeah, you got to change. Like
Yeah,
you're
we got-
passing gas or something, man. I mean, that's the worst signal I've ever seen.
I'm gonna switch that.
I don't
up.
know. I'm just trying to help you.
Sorry. Sore knee. Blast of cold feels nice.
Why don't you use Bengay 0 degrees?
It's the one you store in the freezer.
Same medicated pain reliever used by physical therapists.
That's chilly.
New Bengay 0 degrees. Freeze and move on.
I think it's nearly supper time. I'm gonna pour myself some wine and sit down to a big plate of pasta tonight.
Introducing the great new tastes of Carrabba's signature pasta meals, starting at just $10. For a limited time, try our new pasta fiorentina or our pasta genovese. With your choice of super salad, a complete Italian meal always starts at just $10. So hurry into Carrabba's.
Musicians are the heart and soul of Austin.
We're everywhere.
Parking lots, sidewalks, restaurants, festivals. I love being a part of it. And when I'm not out playing, I'm sharing my experience in the guitar department at Guitar Center. Now you can email me or any other employee in the country at guitarcenter.com for advice and expertise. We're here to help you find the gear you need to make yours sound. We're musicians too, and we're only at Guitar Center.
Now through Easter, download our coupon and save 15% in-store or online.
You'll just follow me, please?
I'll catch up. I just want to snag the last Diet Dew.
Last Diet Dew? How would you like to trade that refreshing Diet Dew for an autograph?
Autographs aren't delicious.
Hey, what about a catchphrase? I got a guy.
Hey, how about we share
care. I'm not greedy. I just love the taste of Diet Dew.
Or how would you like to be my new co-host?
Deal.
Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah, it tastes that good.
That is totally worth it.
In an office like this, when one of us catches a cold, it's weird. It spreads like crazy.
John.
Rob.
Sage.
First one person, then two, then 10. We don't know how it happens.
You guys doing? What's up?
Maybe it's the ventilation or something. Nobody knows.
We've got huge news in baseball, in a deal that could affect the future.
Mike, we wash our dishes in that sink.
Yeah, it's also where I wash my briefs.
ESPN, your NBA destination for games Wednesdays and Fridays.
Let's break down the blockbuster deal. New York sends 2 guys to Chicago.
You know, these guys should help our guys finish ahead of their guys. Those guys are overrated.
How many guys you need at that position?
Our guys could use a couple of guys like those guys.
The guy they got for those guys, that's the guy for the future.
How many guys you need on one team?
Can anybody beat these guys?
Which guys? Those guys?
Yeah.
No.
To hear every story from every angle, go to ESPNradio.com.
Welcome back to this SportsCenter special, Gruden's QB Camp.
Well, arm strength and accuracy are something I take a lot of pride in.
Weeden taking a shot.
I'm able to make every single throw, do so accurately. Being a little bit older, being a little bit more mature, allows me to be a leader and have guys that follow my lead.
This game day atmosphere at Stillwater. What is this? It's like a stable.
I know,
They
they got
smoke.
They got Tombstone on the Jumbotron too.
Look
so
at
it's
this, man.
It's pretty legit. Come out 68,000 people, rowdy, loud, beating their paddles on the wall, and it's a sweet environment.
I watch. Is this Burt Reynolds your mascot or what? Huh? Who is that?
That's
Burt
Pistol,
Reynolds?
man. Pistol Pete.
It's Oklahoma State football. You're 12-1. You got Burt Reynolds at the games every week. You got a stable to come out of.
Can't beat that, can you?
Well, why do they say you're wearing a shield? What is that? Protect your old eyes or something? What do you got a shield for?
It was comforting. I just when I took it off, it felt weird, so I just left it on.
There's got to be something about that shield. Give me something. Why are you wearing a shield?
Looks good, man.
I got to ask you this. Is that an accurate ball there? You're kind of telegraphing this. You kind of telegraphed this, I felt.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, that corner made a great play. But you telegraphed that a little bit late, right?
Yep.
And this is to the house. And you get to show that 4.86 speed. 4.86, and he's running 4.5 right by you.
Look at
that. That
was about 5'2".
Look at that. You probably got a mouthful of turf right there. That's why you wear that shield, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you wear that
chase
shield,
guys down
man.
from behind.
Huh? But you throw 2 picks, don't you?
I do. Well, I remember saying right here, I said, listen, I'm going to make a play in this game. We're going to come back and win this football game. Sure enough, I throw that little sluggo right to Blackman, and we win the football game. So,
the one play that you have to get in our offense here is this play right here. What do you got a smile on your face for? This was 200 yards against Baylor in a half.
This was stealing.
Put it up. It's a trips play.
All right. This is early, 4-10 stick. So all it is just these guys are running stick, which is a route combination. So they have no idea that we even have a run play on. So the line's thinking we're running 4-10, which is our draw play. Okay, so basically we're just reading this backer right here. If he hesitates, stay flat-footed, comes inside at all, we're throwing the stick. If he bumps out to take the stick, just use your eyes, hand the ball back, and it's stealing. So what we started doing is we'd start popping it. So this backer would jump out here, we would pop the draw, run right by the back, basically turns into 4 verts. I mean, we could do a lot of different stuff. So basically it all depends on this strong side backer right here. If he bumps out, takes a stick, hand it off.
This is one of my favorite plays of the Weeden era.
Yeah, this was
Arizona.
We had double sail. The back was supposed to be to stay in. You look, I'm talking to him. I said, hey, you got B scene. We knew they were bringing all out pressure.
And you knew he was unblocked here on the left, right?
Yeah, I mean, ball's coming out. I mean, we kind of just taught to drift and throw it out there and let him make a play.
Great throw, but it's really not about the throw to me. It's about the decision to audible. It's about having the understanding of who's unblocked, and it's about having some guts, isn't it?
No doubt. You know you're going to get hit. You just got to stand there and make a throw.
Just make a note. I got to have hot hand. I got to know this protection system. I got to know the protections. But you better know where to go with the ball when it's hot. And the other thing is we got to learn how to eliminate hots.
Right.
If we think we're going to make a living throwing hots, we are Dumb and Dumber. You ever see that movie?
Absolutely.
Is that a great movie?
It's a great flick.
Dumb and Dumber. It's about two guys driving down the road throwing hots. Okay? That's what that is. You know anything about backed up offense?
We practice it once every couple weeks.
Oh, you do? What are some 2 or 3 things that are important when you're backed up?
You gotta get 1 first down. Can't take a sack. You gotta take care of the football.
Okay, you gotta tell me what happened on this. Woo! Yeah, I saw your face.
I was just hoping to God you didn't put this one up here.
Now, the Weedster, you are stepping out of the back of the end zone, man. What are you doing here?
This one stings. I don't know. Yeah, I felt pressure. Honestly, this is a bona fide brain fart right here. It says.
Bet it all. Let me have this call. You can't wait to fire this to Blackman off play action, right?
It's not good. But fortunately, it was a safety because it was a pick 6. So.
What's the rule on this? You step out of the end zone, but is this a safety or is this a touchdown for the
safety?
Why'd they say it's a safety? Because it happened first?
It's a dead ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dead ball call, so it's a...
This is going on a reel that will be on a reel forever because this is the worst football play I have ever seen in my life. It's a pick 6 backed up and a safety on the same play. It's a double whammy, man.
No,
It's going to the Hall of Shame right here. This Talk about this throw. I mean, it's got to be quick. It's got to be firm. It's got to be accurate. And sometimes you're not getting the laces, are you?
No, very seldom. I mean, this is, it's basically like turning double play. I mean, you want to get out there as accurate, upfield, shoulder, all that stuff as possible. And just try to make these guys tackle you in space. That's kind of our philosophy. I mean, there's no seam, just catch it and rip it.
You're not throwing it with the laces.
Never. Hardly ever.
Hardly ever. Clean, you're not, are you?
No, I'm not.
Because what happens is, tell a lot of young quarterbacks that are trying to throw these bubbles, if you try to get the laces every time, you're going to be late.
No question.
And the defense's recovery time is greater, right?
Absolutely.
I put this drill on right here because I snuck over the fence at Indianapolis about 6 years ago with my projector. You got to really practice catching and getting rid of it, don't you? Is this a drill you do?
I've never done it. I've done it. I did it at the Elite 11 camp last year, but we don't do it at Oklahoma State.
You think we can do that a little bit today just to see you get the ball out of your hands hot, quickly on these bubbles without the laces?
Absolutely.
I want to see you throw this out there just like I saw you doing. Short stop drill. You might not get the laces,
from the
right?
gun?
Yep, from the gun. Sorry, snaps weren't perfect, Weeds, like they were at Oklahoma State your whole career. How many times do you get the laces?
1, the last one.
Good. Love it. Good stuff. Let's bring it up, man.
About as hard as it gets right there.
They're going to be facing me. It's a little key drill. Victor's going to push up the field 5 yards, run a stick route. He's going to turn over his outside shoulder. He's going to stick right here, okay? And Andreas is going to run a flat route 2 to 3 yards, looking over his outside shoulder. He's going to get his width and his depth at the same time.
Okay.
Now I'm going to be the flat defender. I'm running 200 jet, double stick through. If I buzz the flat, I want the stick. If I squeeze the stick, I want the flat. 3-step drop. I'm tough.
Let's get it.
Sit. Good. Sit. Very nice. Good. I want to see you take a 5-step drop and hitch. You're under the center.
Okay.
This is an in route or a hook route. He's going to run a 10 to 12-yard pattern.
Is he working toward me or back down the stem?
He's just going to work right back down his stem. Ideally, that ball is thrown slightly before he turns.
Okay. Sit.
Very nice. Good, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, I want you to put a little mustard on this now.
Okay.
Hey, 97 miles an hour fastball. Didn't bother anybody, though, in Double-A.
No, it didn't.
Didn't bother him. Must not have much of a curveball, did you?
No, it actually was straight, man. I think it was straight.
You're used to being in the bullpen, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Hey, give me that righty down the bullpen, man. Come on, give me
Grind, man.
A grind?
Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, grind.
Got it.
Coming up, more Brandon Weeden.
What do you say about kicking all these quarterbacks' asses and having people say that you're too old? I mean, what are you, Social Security old or what? These are unbelievable. What do you say about that?
No, I can play. There's no doubt about it. The age stuff it'll be a non-issue here in a few months.
Welcome back to this SportsCenter special, Gruden's QB Camp.
The thing I like the most about Brandon Weeden is he can throw the football. He can throw it from awkward deliveries. He has great anticipation. He's accurate. He's tough in the pocket.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State!
And after meeting him, he's a very calm, cool, confident customer. Not many guys have the kind of arm to make the field throws that you've made off that far hash. So I just say to you, hey, sometimes quarterbacks are most dangerous when they get those plays called at a sudden change that they love the most. You're on the sideline, you're begging for it.
Absolutely.
Hey, Coach Gruden, Coach Munkin, call that Navy bomb the Blackman. Call it. And you're expecting these calls at a sudden change.
Absolutely.
And that's when you're at your most dangerous.
No question.
I want to know about mental toughness. Because you're out there and you're pitching. I can just see you're 18. How old were you when you got on that bus to go to Columbus? 18 years old. I can imagine sending my son. Where'd they send you? To Columbus, Ohio?
I was here in Tampa.
They sent you to Tampa, Florida? That ain't so bad, but
That's not
you're
too
18 years old, all by yourself, and you want to be a Major League Baseball player. And then you're 19 years old, and then you got to go somewhere else.
Right.
20, 21, 22.
Yep.
And you're not getting it done. And you're on these buses eating peanut butter and jellies, aren't you?
It gets old after a while. Everybody thinks you play professional baseball and it's all glamorous, and it's not. I mean, it's a grind, mentally more than physically even, you know, to learn how to deal with all of it and learn how to deal with the ups and downs of it. It takes a lot of that right there. And there's no doubt in my mind that's the reason I had so much success at Oklahoma State. I mean, I'm more tough than most guys because of what I've been through. And so if I throw a pick, you'll never see me get pissed off. I mean, I know how to overcome it. I'll just move on to the next play. This game's a perfect example. Threw 2 of them, came back and putting together 2 drives to win it.
Let's go back and replay this game.
Okay.
It's the Iowa State. It's the only loss that you had. You got off the bus. You're in Ames, Iowa.
Yep.
And they're a pretty good football team. Quietly, they've become formidable. But you get off the bus, you got a chance to be the #1 team in the nation, play for the national title. What's going through your mind at this stage before the game?
Just another step of the process. You got to win it. You got to win them all to play for it all. So that was kind of our mindset, and we came out flat. They came out ready to go and hit us in the mouth. You can tell right there we're just kind of not real jazzed up.
Why was that?
We had a tragedy that day. We had the plane crash that morning.
Tragedy striking the university once more. Oklahoma State's women's basketball coach, Kurt Budke, and his assistant coach, Miranda Cerna, were killed in a single-engine plane crash as the two were on a recruiting trip in Arkansas.
You know, and I'm not blaming on that. It was a tough situation. Everybody was just somber, but it was, you know, it was a difficult situation to play a football game in.
It was awful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was tough.
I mean, the coach died on a plane crash.
Yeah. Early, you know, I woke up at 8 o'clock that morning and saw it, and Coach Gundy addressed the team like 9 or 9:30. So we're sitting there, you know, the mood the entire day is just completely somber, you know, and so, you know, I don't care how tough you are. I mean, you got to, you know, to overcome something like that throughout the course of the day is tough, you know, and they came out fired up. It was their homecoming and hit us in the mouth and turned the ball over 6 times like this. Can't beat anybody, you know, so they beat us.
After this night, you're over there in the sidelines. You lose to Iowa State. You lose your undefeated #1 ranking. I just want to hear what it was like on the bus and on the way home after the game. What was your role in all that as a leader of this team?
You know, I mean, it was tough, you know, but I think there was a lot of positives that came from it. I mean, we had a bye week the next week, and we took out all our frustrations on Oklahoma. Came back and won a Big 12 championship. Still felt like we had all of our goals still in front of us. We still felt like we had a chance to play for the national title if we took care of business and beat Oklahoma. So that was my attitude. I mean, yeah, it sucked, and Sunday morning was tough. But once we got back to work that night, you know, Sunday night, it was, you know, we got back to business, and it was in the past.
Landry Jones, Foles, Tannehill, Robert Griffin. You're the starting quarterback at Oklahoma State, and you're beating these teams handily. That's a good feeling, isn't it?
That's a good feeling.
That was a big win for you, wasn't it?
They all are. They all are.
And is this your friend right here doing push-ups every time you score? This poor guy must have got worn out, man.
Yeah, he did, especially this game.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But now it's Stanford. Andrew Luck versus Weeden. Okay? So I got to watch this game now. And without being modest and humble and all that, you threw for 400 yards, you beat Andrew Luck too. You beat Luck, you beat Griffin, you beat Tannehill, you beat Landry Jones, you beat Nick Foles. What's that say about Brandon Weeden? Seriously, I don't care how old you are.
I'm a winner, man. I can win some football games. I think that's one thing that you can't take away from me. I can be 28, all that other jazz, but I tell you what, I win football games. There's no doubt about it. You know, to beat not only him, but I think beat that team, number 4 ranked team in the country in a BCS bowl. If you ask Oklahoma State fans, we've never been there. We've never been to a BCS game, you know, ever. And so that means a lot to us.
Hey, Brandon, thanks for joining me. Hope you had fun. Did you have any fun today?
I had a blast, man. Thanks for having me.
Everybody at the FFCA likes Weeden a lot as a person. He has an air of confidence about him, a swagger about him that you need at this position. I also like the fact that he has a bone to pick with everybody who thinks he's a little bit too old to play. He's got a lot of great football ahead of him.
That's the thing of beauty, man.
I like him.